Um, that's difficult. I would say, oh, no, this is so hard, Brienne, because they're so different. I've had the joy of being able to
yes
like go to 9 countries.
9? You've been in 9
Yes.
mission trips?
Yes,
Holy goodness.
I have.
That's insane.
And well, countries, not mission trips necessarily.
Oh, okay.
But oh my word, I went to Thailand, and
I remember
I was able. Oh, hi. Sorry, I just have 2 things going on, and let me just place this here. Wow. Hey, 2 screens. But I was able to serve in Thailand, and that was a really cool experience because it was so different than any other culture I'd experienced. At that point, I had traveled a lot and been on different trips, but that one was so different. It was very exciting. I love different cultures, so that was cool.
That's really cool. What did you guys do in Thailand?
We were serving at a conference there.
Nice.
So
that's super
it was pretty cool.
I love that. Well, I was telling everyone on Instagram, we're talking about social justice in the church today. And it's just a fun topic. Like, I think what makes faith and Christianity like worth diving into. It's just like, it's what brings everything to life for me. It's just
yeah.
Okay, if you are on Instagram, you should hop over to YouTube because it works better than Instagram, and we're on YouTube. And while you're there, you can subscribe to Shepherd Youth, to Shepherd Youth.
She was gonna say to shepherdyouth.com, and then she realized it's not .com necessarily.
Okay,
to YouTube.
Shepherd Youth YouTube.
Yeah.
So go over to YouTube if you are on Instagram. For all my fun people on YouTube, how you doing? I hope you're doing well. We're gonna get off of Instagram now and head over to YouTube. Bye, everybody. We'll see you on YouTube. Don't forget, go to YouTube.
Go to YouTube. Go to YouTube.
So, Adri.
Yes.
How's quarantine going?
Good. You know, it's got its ups and downs, as quarantine does. But my connection to my community, like my people that help me, has been my saving grace. So, you know, talking to my friends like you're my friend.
You're my friend too. What's our question of the day, Adri?
I got you. Our question of the day, and if you're watching on YouTube, we would love for you to comment in your answer because we want to hear.
Subscribe.
Question of the day is, what is the best movie or show that you've watched in quarantine? The best movie or show that you've watched during quarantine. And we asked that question because we know, realistically, we've just been watching so much TV right now. And so start coming in.
Oh man.
Your favorite new one that you watched. Brian, do you have one to share with us?
Okay. It's kind of dorky.
I'm ready for it.
Okay. So I don't know how I don't think it's inappropriate, really. It has some language in it. But listen, it's a reality show called Alone, and it's on the History Channel. It's on the History Channel, and what happens is 10 contestants get dropped into isolation on some kind of like different terrain. So one of them's in the Arctic, one of them's in Mongolia, one of them was in Vancouver Island. So they're completely by themselves. They're allowed 10 survival items and like clothing, and then they have all their they do all of the filming. So they have all their camera gear. And so they straight up just, whoever survives the longest without tapping out wins like $500,000.
That's insane.
It's actually fantastic. And it's cool because you get to see people, like, it's not just the struggle of like hunger and shelter and all that. Like, you start going crazy when you're by yourself.
No, I can't. I mean, I feel that because quarantine, but on a very different level.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
That's
it's
great.
people like legitimately start going nuts. Like they're talking to
Oh
themselves.
my word. Of course. You have to talk to yourself. Wow. That's great.
Yeah.
We have some we have some good ones, right?
Okay.
Avatar. We have a lot of Avatar The Last Airbender.
Okay. People are
It's on
super into
Netflix.
that. And here's the thing. I remember that being a
Fantastic.
show when I was a kid and like making
Yes.
fun of it. I remember being
No,
like, this is not a
Brian,
cool show.
you're the only one that made fun of that show. So help me, support me, YouTube audience. That show was great.
I'm sure it is.
I really
I've
liked it.
actually read a whole blog post about how it like is it's phenomenal storytelling and has like so many different things woven into it. I don't know.
It's pretty great. It's pretty great. Yeah, I would say for me, the show that I've been watching is Somebody Feed Phil. It's on Netflix.
I watch it. We watch it all the time.
I love it. So YouTube friends, that show is he's the creator of Seinfeld, right? Or
No,
like the producer or writer.
he's of Everybody Loves Raymond.
Oh, Everybody Loves Raymond. And so he basically travels around the world just eating food. Yeah. Like everyone's bringing them the delicacies all around the world, and it's just him going to all these incredible places eating the best food, which is my dream. So it's amazing.
It's like if you've ever read anything by Bob Goff, I feel like he's like the food critic of
he is. He's such a happy man and so full of wonder. And since we can't leave our houses really, honestly, that show has been making me feel alive.
Yeah, every time he eats something, he's like,
yeah, he's so stoked. It's so great. If you're just joining us, the question of the day was, what is a show or movie that you have watched during quarantine that has changed your life?
I am being personally attacked on YouTube right now. Brian, you're wrong. # Team Adri. I don't know how I feel about it.
Somehow we got teams and my team is winning. Also, Hiram, the show was called Somebody Feed Phil.
Yes,
and it's on Netflix, and it's a really fun show. Because also it's very cultural. Like they tell you all about the history of like where he is and why they like love those foods.
Yeah, it really.
I love that stuff.
We could talk the rest of the Shepherd Youth. You're not getting any enrichment except we're going to talk about somebody.
None. But we have a game. Let's just jump into the game.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, so classic game, Shepherd Youth. Right now, you're already in there telling us all your favorite TV shows and movies, so you're ready for this. This game is Would You Rather. And so we have a bunch of Would You Rathers that we're going to read off, and we want to hear what you would rather choose as we react to them as well. So number 1, Brianne, would you rather every shirt you wear be kind of itchy or only be able to use 1-ply toilet paper? Which I feel like this is very timely.
I know
the toilet paper one. So, okay.
Do you want to know my answer,
Adri? We're ready for your answer.
Don't use toilet paper at all. Buy a bidet.
You can't like wheel your way out of this game. Okay, you have to choose one.
I would choose 1-ply because I would mostly use my bidet.
Okay.
For all of you who don't know what a bidet is, it's something that they use in other countries instead of toilet paper, and it's better. We're behind.
Yes. That's true. Honestly, I think I would choose the 1-ply toilet paper because if you've ever worn clothes that are a little bit itchy, like sweaters that are just slightly like itch, I can't. After a while, perhaps, but.
Katie just said, ew. And I said, it's life.
It's life.
It's what it is.
Oh, my word. This one's kind of gross. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right, Shepherd Youth, here we go. Would you rather have edible spaghetti hair that regrows every night, or you sweat maple syrup?
Oh my gosh. Those are horrible. How much spaghetti hair grows every night?
Here, hold on. If I have spaghetti here, could I solve world hunger? Like, think about it.
No,
I am producing
no,
food.
no.
Is it cannibalism?
This is a nonsense question.
Isn't it cannibalism a little?
I refuse to answer this question. This is ridiculous.
Ah,
What
I'm
is
a little
hair?
I'm a little shook. Okay. We're moving on because that one is just a lot of this one.
I would say
You choose.
though, because sweating maple syrup is literally like made of nightmares. That's what nightmares are made of.
Okay. We were kind of in this vein when we were talking about TV shows. So, would you rather be able to control fire or water?
Ooh.
Last Airbender.
Water.
You said water.
Yes.
Water.
Because,
Honestly,
no, go ahead.
tell us why, Brienne.
I'm figuring
Well,
it out.
I've thought about this a lot because I watched Avatar: The Last Airbender since I was a child, and I love that show. And I would think about like if I could control what element, like what would I choose? And I always chose water because it's strangely very powerful.
Yeah.
But air is like super sick. But Earth kind of was always like the one to me. Like, oh, I throw a rock at you. Like I could pick one up and chuck it. Okay, we've got answers. Joshua said water. Sasha said water. We have lots of water. Hiram said fire. You can cook anywhere.
Oh my gosh. Fire though, I feel like the constructive use of fire is not as needed in our world as water, and it's more damaging than water. Well, water can be damaging, but you could control whether you want it to be damaging or not, you know.
And like nerd moment here, when you are like a controller of whatever the element is, it has to be there. Like it doesn't, you can't produce it out of nowhere. So like Earth, it might be better because there's always some form of earth. Air, there's always some form, but fire, I'm pretty sure I'm right. Like there has to be water somewhere for you to control it. Am I right?
I mean, there's water everywhere. There's water under
There's water in the air.
There's water in the air. There's water under the earth. There's water in the ocean. It's everywhere.
Okay.
Can you call the water from other places if you can control it?
I have a river in my soul, like a well of the Lord. So can I call that water? Okay. Okay. All right, let's get another one.
Bloodbending. That's terrible. What is that?
Ooh. You guys are terrifying children.
Sea people are made mostly of water, so could you control people? Katie, you have a point.
This is fun. Thanks. Are you ready for another one?
I'm ready.
Would you rather there be a perpetual water balloon war going on in your city or town, or a perpetual food fight? This is kind of fun because I believe, is it Poland? I believe that it's Poland where they have a national, like basically it's a water fight day.
So much
where fun. No, it's not. I think it's Thailand. It's Thailand where like they have everyone's going around with like water guns, but it's like a thing where like you're throwing water on people.
Yeah, I would say water balloon. Food fight would be disgusting all the time.
Yeah, that would be gross.
And it would
have you guys ever been in have you been in a food fight?
I have been in like I think there was like not like a real food fight, like not where there was like we might have had a controlled food fight, like where we had stuff we were supposed to throw at each other, but not.
I've never ever been in a food fight. I've only seen it on It Takes Two.
I had a little bit of a food fight one time at camp. We played a game where you had to put a bunch of different food onto. It was at a middle school camp. You had to put it onto someone.
We've done that at our camps.
Yeah, it was at this camp.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm telling the story about one time I had a pool full of flour and we were having a food fight. And Andy, my friend Andy, our friend Andy, was there, and I scooped up some flour and just threw it in her face.
Right in her nostril airways.
It was fine.
Yeah, she couldn't breathe, but
I thought she got over it.
Hospital,
and she was gonna die. It was bad. It was really bad. So don't ever throw flour in people's face.
Everyone is saying water fight.
Yeah, because absolutely.
Because it's better. Because it's just better.
It's better.
Should we do a food fight? Nope. Wasteful is what they're saying. They're saying a food fight is wasteful. You know what? This next generation is just very aware.
Yeah, conscious.
They really are. Should we do one more?
Yeah, let's do
Two more? Oh, this one. Okay. Would you rather have constantly dry eyes or a constant runny nose? You have to choose one.
Dry eyes.
Dry eyes?
Yeah, because you can't like it's just gonna feel bad, but it's not gonna affect like my interpersonal relationship.
Have you had actually though dry eyes where you're just like,
but
okay, everybody comment in.
That's awful. You would have like marks all the time. You'd have to be like
I can't.
with you. It would be horrible.
I think though I might choose runny nose over dry eyes.
No way.
Because I would constantly be like and like rubbing my eyes and like I have to see with my eyeballs. Yeah. I have to see with them.
Yeah, there's no way I would do runny nose. Too many
we have two dry eye choices. So Team Adri all the way.
Team Brienne on that one.
Write in #Team Adri if you're on my team.
Okay. And we're supposed to be like bringing people together in the kingdom of God. We're divisive over here, making them choose between us.
Sorry.
What are we doing?
Apologize. It just happened naturally.
Runny nose sounds so weird though. Yes, Sasha, I agree. No, Painted Yeti. No, they just like you. Whoever
Joshua.
Painted Yeti is, listen, stop taking Adri's side.
They're my friends. Okay? Back off me and my friends, Brienne.
Anyways, that's good.
Oh my word.
One more, is that
it? Wait, what?
Do we have one more or is that it?
I can get one more. I have the list right here.
I mean, we can talk real things past just like, runny noses, but I'm down for one more.
No, let's talk about real things, Let's just skip. Thank you for joining us for our game. And it's been illuminating.
So if you were at the beginning, then you heard we're talking about social justice in the church. This is what we're talking about at Summer with Shepherd Youth too. And which PS, little, bunny trail here has been so much fun.
It has. It's been unlike anything we've done before.
Yeah.
Like I, as like a staff member, didn't really know what to expect. And it has been really cool. Like it's just such a close-knit group that you're walking with each week. It's been special.
I feel like I've gotten to know a lot of students. Like on like a deeper level past like, oh, hey, what's up?
Yeah, for sure.
But that's what we're talking about this week. And we have our friend Sarah Martinson did an interview with Caleb.
Yes.
Super stoked. You've known Sarah for like forever, haven't you?
Yes, basically my whole life because we went to grade school together. We both were at Hillcrest since kindergarten. Love the Bangs. And so, yeah, I've known her my whole life. She's amazing. I'm so excited for Shepherd Youth to get to meet her in this way and hear her heart about, social justice in the church.
Yeah, no, I think it's going to be really cool. And I'm also excited because I feel like it's a little bit of a like deviation from, we've been talking about our personal relationships, like, okay, our friendships, our family, dating, like our relationship with media, but like this kind of gets the attention off of us this week.
Yes.
Even though it still has to do with us, like it has to deal with us, but I'm just excited to talk about something bigger than just our own personal like, problems or relationships. So
and to realize too that this is like the gospel. Like it's, and like let's talk about the verse. The verse of the week is James 1:27, and it says, religion that our God Father accepts as pure and faultless is this: to look after orphans and widows in their distress and to keep oneself from being polluted by the world. Like how straightforward is that? Like so many of us wonder like, what does God want of me? Or like, what is God's will, or like how can I please God? And he's like, okay, this is it.
Hmm.
Look after those that can't look after themselves. Like it's just it's wonderful to see something that Sarah said during the interview that our students are going to see that really stuck out to me. She said, justice issues become more real when they're personal to you.
Hmm.
And I think when we realize that as believers who have been saved, like once we've accepted Jesus, it becomes personal to us because like we join in on that job, like it's the job of the church. And I know that we can think, even as students, like, well, I'm not a missionary or I'm not called to that, but like we've been saved by that same gospel. And so now we're a part of it and we get to like join in on that like commission with the Lord.
Yeah. Well, and I think it's like this whole idea of being a family. You know, we use
Yeah.
language a lot in the church, and like if our brother, if we really start to view God's kingdom as family, then like our brothers and sisters around the world are hurting, and
Yes.
that's personal now. You know,
Yeah.
it's not far removed. It's not like it's only happening to people like that don't matter to us, or that like if we're believers now, all of God's children matter to us because we were
Yes.
related to them. Which
Yeah.
it's like, and it's not even that far from us. Most of the time, the people that a lot of these issues affect are in our backyard. It's not even like it's
Yes.
far removed, you know?
And that's what we're talking about this week at Summer with Shepherd Youth is we're opening our students' eyes to see others like that God loves like right next to them, because it's not just, oh, this is in another country, and sometimes it's easy to feel very separated in that way. But I think this week we're going to show them that it's in our backyard, and this is how we can join in on like being the hands and feet of Jesus. Like how cool is that we get to be included in that, because God doesn't need us
Hmm.
to do his like work, but he wants us to join in with him. Like so crazy.
Yeah. No, it's like, I just think it's something that, you know, a lot of the things we tend to talk about at church, which is good, but it's like, it's the regulation of our life. So like making sure our relationships stay
Oh
solid,
yeah.
making sure our morality is good, and that we're not like whatever. But this is like, this isn't defense stuff. This is like
Yeah.
offense stuff. You know, like
Yeah.
we're now getting to go do something. And you know, I heard this story about this girl who, her dad found out she wanted to date this guy, and he was just like bad news.
Yes. Yeah.
You know, her dad was like trying to get through to her in all these different ways of why she shouldn't be with him. And it wasn't until her dad decided to like find something that was worth caring about, that the daughter realized like, oh, I don't even want to mess with these relationships because I have a bigger calling. And I think that that's really what social justice tends to do for us as Christians, is it like wakes us up. And it's like
Yeah.
all these little things that we put all of our time and attention to just aren't worth it most of the time.
Yeah.
Because if they're not contributing to the grander picture of God's kingdom and furthering his heart in the world, like
Yeah.
they're just not worth our time. And so it's kind of cool. Like sometimes you can, it feels like social justice is like where you get to after you have like formed your relationship with God, and then I get to go do this work.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the times it's opposite. Like you just start doing the work and a lot of the things fall in place because you get aligned with God's heart. And then
Yeah.
you don't have to worry about keeping all of your, you know, morality all perfect all the time, because it just gets worked out because your priorities are straight.
Yeah. And if you think about too the gospel and how Jesus worked and how he saved people, it was very much that like he would heal them and he would be like, okay, now go and tell people that you've been healed. It wasn't, now let's go take a class, and actually could you just follow me for a very long time, you're not ready yet. It was, okay, you've been saved, now go set other people free. And so like we don't have to have that pressure like of, I don't know if I'm there yet, or I don't even know if I'm called to that. It's like, no, this is all of us. It's a blanketed statement
Yeah.
for all believers. We get to be part of this.
Yeah. And I think the whole world, which is what's so cool, about the impact the church has had, is like, I think the world is starting to realize that their there are needs that need met, and it is like fulfilling to partner with God, because any good
Yeah.
work is God's work. And so
Yeah.
like when we start to really be advocates for this of the church, like I think it draws people to Jesus because they see that you care about things that matter, and people are so,
Yes.
I think there's going to be a revival in the world because of social justice, because people seeing that there's a need that's greater than just our own selfish desires. And so yeah, I'm excited because I think this kind of draws it all, and we're really going to draw it all to a close next week. But I think this is kind of a good way to cap it off, as far as going into specific different topics, because it's like I think everything we just talked about is like why I got into ministry to begin with, specifically student ministry, is like, yeah, I want to help you like not bring hurt into your life and to make wise decisions and all of that. But at the end of the day, like my real goal is to let you know that there's a kingdom out there that is like worth partnering with, and that
Yeah.
it's so much grander and such a great an adventure, like more than you can ever imagine. And so
Yeah.
I'm excited to kind of cast this vision to students, like, hey, like you can do something with your life that like leaves a dent, that leaves an
Yeah.
impact, because
Yeah.
our God is the one doing the real work.
Yeah. And it's cool too, because that's what this generation is about. This upcoming Gen Z, you guys, you're already passionate about it. And like, I really do think that in Romans 8, it says like, that creation is groaning for the children of God to take their place. And I do feel like there is a shift right now with this new generation.
Yeah.
And so I'm really excited to see how the Holy Spirit stirs this new generation to really be the hands and feet of Jesus.
Yeah. They're my favorite. I keep saying it. Gen Z. I wish I was Gen Z. I really do.
It's okay. We'll just pretend.
We'll pretend. I'm Gen Z. I'm Gen Z.
No,
I look younger.
I know.
Well, Adri, do we have any announcements before we go?
Oh, yes. Let us see. Shepherd Youth. Some quick announcements. Well, one, we've been talking about it this whole time. Summer with Shepherd Youth is not yet over, and we still want you to join us. So if you've heard what we're talking about tonight on this live, this afternoon, this evening, whatever time it is right now to you, and you're interested at all in what we're talking about, we would love for you to sign up. You can go to shepherdyouth.com/summer. You can sign up and join your grade. And it really is, it's amazing. So we hope that you join us for that. That's the first announcement. And then the second announcement, you already know you're on here. We do have a YouTube channel that you are on right now. But we also post videos like every day of the week.
I interviewed my dad for Food Friday. Yes.
You guys have to check that out. Like,
It's the
Brian's
cute.
dad is amazing. But we have videos Monday through Friday for you guys. And so be sure to check that out, because we really think about what we're going to present to you guys. We're trying to help you grow in your faith and in life with the Lord. So make sure to check those out. And I think that's all
Keep
we've got.
connected to like this community. That's
Yeah.
a huge reason we exist, is to give you a safe community that you can, just have fun and connect with. That, like, it doesn't have to have this huge purpose all the time. Like, that's a huge reason we do things. So, I'm excited. The sermon this week, it's young adults.
Yes. The young adults of our church. So you guys got to go watch it.
It's at, I think you can go to shepherdchurch.live and watch it, or you can
go over to their YouTube channel, Shepherd Church's YouTube channel, and watch it live.
I don't know what Roku is, but I think it's on Roku. Anyway, sure. It's 6:00, so they're started. Go worship with us. That's all we have.
We love you guys.
Love you. Okay, bye.
Bye.